Hey guys, how are you? Hey, 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 hey. Hey guys, how are you today? Back and full of feet, 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 back. Hey, how are you? I'm back, y'all. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey boo. How are you? So I want to have to talk about this shirt. I got this shirt from Eric Thomas. Doctor, correct myself. Correct myself. Dr. Eric Thomas. If y'all do not watch Eric Thomas on YouTube, please watch him. No, this is not a promotional video. He's not paying me to say this. I just absolutely love him. I bought this shirt from him. Yeah, I am, girl. Hey, boo. So I bought this shirt from him. So the shirt was free, but you had to pay for shipping. I understand that piece. And this shirt is awesome because I feel like this is great. Execute, 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 execute. Simple. But I love this shirt. I had to support him. Like, for so long, I didn't have no money to support. So I was like, hey, I'm going to get something from this awesome guy. Find him on YouTube. He is awesome. So I watch him just kind of like, literally. So, he's awesome. Hey, guys. How are y'all today? Y'all look at the look. Y'all see the lights? Y'all see them lights? That girl got some lighting. That girl got some lighting. I wish I could show y'all, but but my room is kind of dirty right now because I got like all the paperwork all over, like the boxes and all this stuff on the bed. So I had to figure it out. Oh, mom helped, so that helped a lot. But as y'all can see, I am bright and all of that stuff because I have lighting. Even though I had the lighting for a couple of months now, I wasn't using it. I have the lighting down, so y'all will see like a lot of bright videos now because I have lighting. And I'll be getting a camera for my birthday. So she's gonna buy me like a high-tech camera. So it's about to blow up in this thing. So I'm excited. I'm super, super excited. So tell me what's been going on with you guys. Y'all know I've been gone, but how y'all been? Like, how y'all been gone since I've been gone? I did some lives within the last, month or whatever, but I haven't been doing any other videos. But what is going on? Hey, how can I see you in Houston? So how you can see me in Houston, as y'all can see, this is the flyer even though this flyer is updated. And let me say this in the process. So I'm only coming to New York and Houston, even though this flyer is old. So I'm only coming to New York and Houston. I'm coming to New York September, I think it's the 11th and 12th. And then I'm coming, let me show y'all, sorry, a second. I don't want to tell y'all the wrong date. So I'm coming to New York. I lied to y'all. 13th and 14th of September, I'm coming to New York. Still looking for locations, which I think I got an idea of where I want to be, but I want to confirm that first before I let y'all know, but y'all can secure that. Houston, I am coming October 12th and 13th, and I love that I'm coming to Houston on the 13th. The 13th is Herpes Awareness Day, so we'll be able to, voila, have our awareness day together. For you to get that ticket for that, you can go to Eventbrite and look up Overcoming Gathering, and voila, you will find that. So for the 2 days, you're probably wondering like, okay, what's the 2 days for? So the first day, if you want to do a one-on-one with me, so you have a private one-on-one with me, we'll meet, which is going to probably be in an office type setting, and we're going to meet up and we're going to talk for 30 minutes about whatever you may need to talk about, any concerns. If you just want support or you just want to talk to me by yourself, have a little prop time by yourself with me, cool, we'll have that. So you have that option, do that on Friday. And then on Saturday, it's more of the meet and greet. We get together, we have fun. We're going to be together for 2 hours, y'all. We're going to laugh, joke, talk about different topics, cry together, laugh together. We're going to do all that stuff together. This is open to men and women. I don't want y'all to think it's just women. No, men you can come too if you want to come out, meet other people with the virus, whatever. If you do not have the virus, I have many people on my channel who do not have the virus and they just want to meet me. Come on. At the end of the day, it's a safe place. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I can't come. You can come. I don't want you to feel like you can't. So you can. And you'll get the tickets from Eventbrite, and that's Overcoming Gathering. Overcoming Gathering. So I'm excited. So yeah, as y'all can see, it was a lot of places on here. After I lost my grandma in April, I kind of like had to cancel a whole lot of stuff because I just didn't have enough time to kind of do what I needed to do. And I ended up securing a job, so that kind of like changed some things too, because I was going to go to Baltimore in July, but they closed out and I can't get off. So it is what it is, but I will be in New York September 13th and 14th, and I'll be in Houston October 12th and 13th. So make sure you get your tickets for that. The tickets for both things, so if you do one-on-one and the meet and greet, is $65. If you just want to do the meet and greet, it's $25. There you go. Listen, I'm hanging in there. Can't wait for you to come to New York. Yay! I can't wait to meet you. You're welcome, babe. Hey. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. So, yes. So, those are the options for you guys to come meet me. I feel like a girls trip is brewing for next year, even though I do want to come to the places I didn't get to come this year. For sure, Baltimore, and New Orleans, and a couple other places that I've been wanting to come to, because I do have ladies there. But I think a girls trip is brewing. Last trips that we went to, first we had my first conference when I had my book come out, Overcoming What Can't Be Cured. That's my beautiful baby. I wrote in 16, sorry. I came out in 2000. I told my story, like kind of came out on social media in 2015, August of 2015. And then I had my book come out October, I think it was 13th, a matter of fact, in 2016. And I had the first Overcoming weekend here in Atlanta. It was a 3-day weekend. So Friday we had went out, ate, listen to music, things like that. The second day, I released my book, so people purchased books. I had vendors there, and then on Sunday we had brunch. And then the year after that, we ended up going to New Orleans. We turned up in New Orleans for 3 days, which is so nice. And then after that, this last year, we went to Bahamas for 5 days on a cruise. Yes, it was nice. Everybody got to relax. Everybody got to mingle. Everybody got to know each other. People kind of did their own things. A lot of the ladies went through so much. We all went through so much last year. So that was really interesting. We all went through a lot. So everybody really took it as more relaxing but still bonding trip. So this year was more of me doing the meet and greets, which I'll only be doing 2. But at the end of the day, I still think I want to do another girls trip, because it's so fun. Girls trips are so fun. They're really, really fun. So, yeah. Do you plan on coming to Ohio? Do you come to... Okay, y'all. Arizona. I've been to Arizona, but I've been to... I went to for a football game. I went to Scottsdale. Hey, they're on the radar. Just never know. I'm not going to sit here and say I won't. I won't say that I will. But that is a goal. That is a goal. I do want to travel more and meet you guys and things of that nature. For sure. That's a goal, y'all. I really do. He said that heat. It's okay, sweetie. I'm all well. She is good. To me, it just feels like she's not living here. That's it. It don't feel like she's gone, like she's dead. It don't feel like that. It feel like she's just, living in her own house, not in her own business. That's just kind of how it feels now. Kind of just got my energy back and just realized, oh God, she really is gone. So, but if it was her, she would tell me, baby, I know you gotta work. So that's what she'll tell me. If she was here, she would tell me to encourage me to do what I know I need to be doing. So I am doing just that. Doing what I need to do, which is supporting you guys and helping y'all through new diagnosis, old diagnosis, struggling with a diagnosis, just need support, just need questions answered. So that is what I'm here for. So if you guys have any questions, y'all can start, get the typing so I can answer those questions for you guys. And we can start, getting the questions popping. Guys, I'm so excited about my lighting. Y'all don't know. So excited. I was like, I almost choked. I would love to, but I'm not going to say that I will. I would love to. I've never been there either, so I would love to. I would love to. I would love to. But it's logistics for me, big time. I do have 2 little ones, y'all, so it is logistics pertaining to traveling a lot and things like that. Summer probably would be the best time to travel for me because the kids are out of school. When school get in, it's kind of like a little hectic. Trying to do things around them and make sure I have somebody to watch them. How do we follow your support group? Which one? Are you talking about the monthly support group that I have, or are you talking about the private support group? That's for, well, not private, it's closed support group on Facebook just for women. Which one are you asking for? Which one are you asking for? Because y'all know I do have a monthly call, which is typically on Thursdays, the closed group. Okay, so for the closed group, what you will have to do, which I have a link for it, but this is a way that you can find it, is if you want to be in a closed group, because it's closed, so it's not private. So that means if it's closed, you can find it, but you won't see anybody in it. So I like to tell you that nobody can see nobody in it. I chose to do that because at the end of the day, I don't have time to add all you guys as friends and then put you in the group, because I need to kind of leave my, I'm trying to delete people so I can add people and all this stuff like that. So I had hit my mark. So that means I had to continue to delete people. And some people I just don't want to delete, you know, personal people, business, people that I met over time. So I said that wasn't feasible. So I created a closed group. So what you'll do is go to the Overcomers women only. And when you go in, you will have questions to answer. You answer those questions, and I'm the one who goes through those for you guys to kind of see who could be in, who can be out. And then I go from there. I'm selecting who can be approved to be in the group. So it's the Overcomers. The Overcomers. That's on Facebook. The Overcomers. And it's for women only. I do not have a group for men. Only women. Doesn't matter race. Doesn't matter anything. It's women only. You're welcome, sweetie. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions, concerns, worries? As we're talking, y'all, I need some topics. What do y'all want videos on? Because y'all can see, I'm trying to get a little bit more structure pertaining to these videos. So my goal is to have videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and at least have one live on Fridays. I may, you know, lives can be sporadic. Sometimes I like to just jump on and talk to you guys because you guys like lives. But at the end of the day, I do want to have 2 set days that is pre-recorded videos pertaining to education for herpes. Those videos are beneficial to you guys. Y'all can get the information you need. The lives are more personable. I can answer some questions and kind of like mingle, get to know each other, feel like we get, you know, we talking to each other on FaceTime. But I do want to see what you guys want to hear. Anything new, anything old. If y'all want things a little bit more broken down, I'm willing to do that, because some of my videos kind of got a lot of information in one, and I know sometimes you're looking for a certain answer or a certain topic. So please put that below, and I'm going to take the time to write it down, and I will work on that for you guys. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? Any questions? I'm excited. I got some good things coming up, though. Oh my God, I have so many. Oh my God, I have so. I don't know what she was asking. Oh, so many questions. So because you got question marks. Okay, go, shoot. You have so many. Go for it. Write it. Go ahead and put them in there, and we'll go from there. Hey, love. How are you? Welcome. As we wait for everybody to put in questions, you got a question? Okay. Would you recommend a non-hormonal IUD for a woman with HSV2, which is genital herpes for anybody who may not know, or it can be oral? Do you think that will cause any problems? No. This is the reason. Well, yes and no. I want to say yes and no. Everybody's different, number one. Number two, I have IUD. I have the Mirena, which is a little like teeth thing. I have that implanted. I got that implanted when I had both of my kids. So Hayden is 9. So I had it from the time I had Hayden until I had Junior. Junior which is Angelo. He's 5 now. So I had it for a total of almost 9 years, off and on. And I haven't had any problems now. Like you said, non-hormonal, but you got to remember it is hormones in it, even flow. As you know, hormones, like when you first get on it, which I know a young lady, this just happened to her, when she got on her birth control, it caused her to have outbreaks. Because the change of your hormones can cause you to have outbreaks, period, emotional hormone, things like that, being in mental distress, things like that. Any major change to your body or your immune system can cause an outbreak. So I'm not saying that it may be a long period of time, but if you're on a new IUD, that may cause that in the beginning, and it may lessen, or it could be an issue long time. Not quite sure. That it's just a trial and error type thing, which is sucky, but it's the truth. But I have it myself, and I haven't had any problems. If a person has HSV2, can they receive oral? How did it all work? Yes, you can receive oral. So the thing about it is, as y'all know, I have type 2 and I have type 1. I had type 2 from the beginning. I ended up getting type 1 after I divorced my ex-husband. I got it from him. So at the end of the day, what you do is you have sex when you have no outbreaks. So when I say no outbreaks, that means that you having no physical outbreaks. That means no blisters, no cuts, no bumps, no itching, no tingling, no burning, no aching, no any of that stuff that you know is that you have when you have a physical outbreak. If you're not having any of that, then you're in an okay to do it. Now you're concerned like, okay, Belize, but I have shedding. You can't control shedding. Like you don't know when you're shedding. So I wouldn't tell you to worry about that big, because at the end of the day, you don't know when it happens. You need to be way more focused if you're having a physical outbreak when you have oral sex, because you do not want your partner to go down on you, and they go down there like, what is that? You never want them to do that. So when you have a physical outbreak, if you're not having any symptoms that you know of, that you have experienced, then don't do it. Now, for my individuals who ain't never had an outbreak in your life, for you, it's more important for you to disclose and let your partner understand that I ain't never had an outbreak. And if anything happened, I'm sorry, because I ain't never had one. I don't know what to expect. Okay, type thing. So that's going to be more of a, you have to make sure you and your partner have an understanding that it's a risk there, because you just never had an outbreak and you don't know what an outbreak look like for your body. Okay? That's that. You're welcome, sweetie. No problem at all. But yeah, you just have oral sex with no problem. None at all. If you want to be safe, you can choose to do denim dams. Most people are like, I don't like it. I said, at the end of the day, I don't had it on my hand before. You can feel it, but it's completely up to you guys. It's completely up to you and your partner. But it's just the most important not to have oral sex performed on you when you're having an outbreak. If you're concerned about the shedding, take a cyclovir or Valtrex to reduce that, or you can do olive leaf extract as a natural route to help you reduce those. There's 2 things that can reduce your shedding concern. Okay, next question. Does the medication of the cyclovir work for different people? Okay, this is another thing, trial and error. The thing about it is, everybody's different. The cyclovir is an offering of Valtrex. So my whole thing is the same thing, quote unquote generic. But it just depends on the person. My whole thing, I don't want you guys to look at the antivirals as a cure. That's not what it is. It helps you reduce, like it helps you suppress the virus. But the best way to suppress the virus, not just medicine alone, the best way to suppress the virus is taking the medication on top of learning what caused your outbreaks and reduce it. So when you do both of them, then it keeps the virus down. But if you're taking the medicine, but you're triggering the virus, triggering the virus is going to outpower the medicine any day. So I don't want y'all to think, I take the medicine, I'm not going to have outbreaks. That's not true. That's not true at all. That's just like, for example, if I'm a diabetic, but I just take insulin, that don't mean my sugar gonna shoot up. No, that's not true. If I don't eat correctly, eat too much sugar, my sugar going up in that insulin ain't no good at this point, because you are going against it. So it's just very important for you to realize those go together. Learning how to reduce your triggers, which is what's causing your outbreaks, which is stress. For women, it could be hormonal, pertaining to their period. Friction from sex, and when I mean friction, I'm not talking about sex in general, but I'm talking about just that rubbing, making sure you have enough lubrication. Certain foods that you eat, some people it's sugar, some people it's junk food, some people it's chocolate, some people it's alcohol, things of that nature. Some people it's nuts. So it's very important to eat a very healthy diet, a lot of fruits and vegetables, and be careful with fruit, because it can be high in sugar still, even though it's natural. But greeny vegetables, salmon, things like that is really good for your body, because it helps your body heal. So that's good, protein. And I'm blanking now. Lack of sleep as well can be a trigger. So it's important to do both things. Don't do one over the other. Can soap make you break out? It can. It varies person to person. It just depends on this soap irritates you. If you figure that out, don't use that soap anymore. Just find different soap. And it may not be causing you a physical outbreak. You can just be having an allergic reaction. So I don't want us to think everything is an outbreak. Sometimes you just have an allergic reaction. Okay, I seen that. Me and you talked about that. You inboxed me. We talked about that. You don't have to worry about that. I'm going to change it. You didn't miss anything, sweetie. When I did the Eventbrite, it only let me put one location at a time, and each location is different. So when I secure my location for New York, it's going to change for you. So no worries. Don't worry about it. But when we get to our event, that's not even going to be the case. But I remember I think you sent me information about it. If it wasn't you, it was another young lady that I said the same thing. So if you secure for the event, it's going to look like it's going to say New York, or it may say the last place, because the other place that will be secure, you can only do one location at a time pertaining to it. And many of my locations were kind of like that. Many of my events were back to back to back, so one seemed like it sat there longer than the other. So no worries. You have no worries. You confirm for the right place. Olive leaf abstract, not olive oil. Olive leaf abstract. You can get it from GNC or Walmart or Target or a natural store or Amazon. Thank you. I have been considering it. My natural remedy is expensive but effective. Well, my whole thing, it can be if it's expensive, I feel like you need to find a way to make it not as expensive, especially if it's working. I'm a strong believer if it works, don't fix it. Like don't change it. If it's working, I understand financially you don't want to break yourself, but if it's working, do it. So just find a cheaper route to do it with. If you shave or wax, does that trigger an outbreak? It's possible. Some people it do, some people it don't. It's just something you have to do and learn. I have a video on that. You have to do it and learn it. You have to do it and learn it, because it's just friction. It's just friction. So you gotta. Oh, that's another fight. That's another one. Trigger is by shaving or waxing. But that's something. I don't like to say that one always with everybody, because it's not an everyday thing for people. That's not common for everybody, but it's possible. So you'll just have to do it. Which I know y'all don't like to hear that, but you like to do it. Oh, it wasn't you, but thank you. Oh, no problem. Okay, cool, good. Thank you for saying something, because somebody else probably was concerned about that too. But I kind of froze on everything for a second, but I am going to get that stuff up and changed for you guys. Is it true that the longer you have herpes, they less likely you'll shed or active pacifier? That's what they say. And this is the reason why I believe they say that. Just say this because by then you know your body. You know what caused the outbreak. You know how it feels. You know what to do. You're educated. So you're less likely to pass the virus because you're just way more educated. And quote unquote medically, they just say the virus will start to lessen. But if you're having a lot of outbreaks, if over the last years you're having a whole lot of outbreaks, it may not lessen for you if you're constantly having outbreaks because you're constantly tripping on your outbreaks. So I feel like it's very, very important. Like I feel like over time you should learn this virus. Over time you should learn your body. Over time this should not be a struggle for a long period of time, but it seems like that for many people because they just haven't learned their body. They haven't learned the virus because they're still figuring out what is accurate, what's not accurate, what's true, who they can talk to, things like that. So that was the main reason I did these videos, because we didn't have somebody we could go to and say, oh man, what's this question, what's that question, what's this, what's that, what that. Well, you know, to kind of answer your question, to kind of give you the confidence that you need to kind of move forward and be as safe as you can. So, girl, I just need all your contacts with all the questions. I need all your contacts with all the questions I have. Okay, no problem. Let's do a session. You can go into www.overcomingrthestigma at overcomingrthestigma.com. And we can set up a session. We can do a conference like this. So we can talk. Because I know you got questions. You loaded me up and I'm good with it. That was a good question. But they say it lessens. That medically they say it lessens. But I believe it's just because you just learn how to take care of your body. And as you learn how to take care of your body, the body's going to lessen if you just learn how to take care of yourself more than you did in the beginning. After listening to y'all done research, 80% of the world has herpes. I felt low before you're in China, but you have empowered me. Yay! Which is true. Like 80%, I think it's more than 80%, because 1 out of 4 people have no clue that they have herpes. 1 out of 4 people have herpes, and 80% of people in the United States have no clue that they have herpes. So, just imagine if everybody was truly getting tested, how many people will have herpes and you won't even know it. So, yeah. Many people are just not aware. But they say 1 out of 4, which I think that number is really lower than that. But if y'all may not know that herpes is not a reportable STD. It's not a reportable. It doesn't have to be reported like gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV, Hep C, which Hep C now is able to be cured, thank God. And HIV, specifically. So those are all reportable STDs, and herpes is not reportable. And since it's not reported, I truly believe that's the reason why it's not included in the STD. It's not reported. They're not going to talk about something they don't have to keep track on. That's not going to medically cause any physical damage. Those diagnosed, some people aren't diagnosed. True. That's great. Some are diagnosed, some are not diagnosed. Some are misdiagnosed as well. Like some people are told that you're diagnosed, but it's no big deal. So honestly, you downplay a diagnosis. You can't downplay a diagnosis. You have herpes, or you have it, or you don't have herpes and you don't have it. But many doctors or nurses or nurse assistants or whoever they're going to is causing confusion where they say, oh, everybody have it, it's no big deal. So you're thinking like, okay, I have herpes, but you say it's no big deal, so what do I do with no big deal? No big deal in anybody's head is don't worry about living your life. But that's not completely the truth. You need to be concerned about how to take care of your body, how to live with this virus, how to maintain living with this virus in a safe way where it's not driving you up a wall and then you're off a cliff, and also how to protect your partner. But that's not really being taught coming out the doctor's office, because many of them just do not have the absolute time. Like, I'm going to be honest, doctors are to treat you. They're not really aftercare or pre-care, type. They're kind of like, when you come in here, I try to treat you for what you do now, and then I'll send you off and you kind of do the work for your aftercare, or you do, before you come in here, you better do your pre-care, which is take care of yourself, making sure you're eating right and all these other things. So, we just got to understand what the medical field is for. It's to treat us. It's really not to cure us. It's really not to do some things sometimes, and I think we get upset about that, but truthfully, they're to treat us when we come in with a situation, and they're trying to do everything they can do to help you get through it so far, and then after, the before and after is all on you. And a lot of us want the before to be on them, the middle to be on them, and the end to be on them. And that means taking you all out of the equation. And honestly, they can't take you out of the equation. You are the reason why all of us are the reason why we're in any situation we're in pertaining to our health, because we just wasn't aware of it, we wasn't educated. And yes, they should educate us more, but at the end of the day, they throw that on us and tell us you better do your research, or you better ask the questions, and making sure you have a good doctor who's willing to help you with that. So, do you recommend taking medication in the beginning until you get to know your triggers? I think it's a good idea. I really do. I think it's a good idea. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. I don't want anybody to feel like I have to go the natural route, and yeah, because she ain't taking medicine. I ain't taking medicine. Y'all know I ain't taking medicine because I couldn't swallow a pill. Okay? I couldn't swallow no pills for crap. I just learned how to swallow pills after I had my first son. I had no choice. I had to take prenatals, which I still don't like taking pills to this day. I'll be in pain like now. My hip is hurting, and I'm just like, suck it up. Because I just don't like taking pills. They just, even though I can take them now, I just don't. So you do what's best for you. If you feel like taking a medication is great, do it. One thing I don't want you guys to do pertaining to me is thinking that what I say fit for all of you guys, because it's not the case. I can tell one person, the natural route is good for them, and that's because I read something they said and that's something they desire. So I'm going to go all in. Or I did it for me because I couldn't swallow pills, so that's the reason why I did it. You may can swallow pills, you don't mind. That may be an easy route for you. You got good insurance, medicine is cheap, you want to do something simple. Some people don't want to take pills for the rest of their life. They don't want the reminder, so I push the natural route for them. Some people they don't have insurance, so they can't pay $100 or $200 or $300 for no medication. Natural route is cheaper. So my whole thing, I want you guys to understand, I don't want you to go based off of, just because I said it, I want you to go based off your situation and see what's best fit for your lifestyle and the way you live, because at the end of the day, everybody's different. Everybody's different. So that's very important to, if you ask me a question, kind of make it personal so I can assist you personally. But if you give me general, I'm going to give you general. I'm going to give you a general. And as we know, we got a lot of people on here who are asking questions that are personal, but they're actually general. So that's just the thing to say. I don't want y'all to ever say, well, Belize told me to do blah, 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 but it don't work for me. Well, it didn't work for you because that's not your situation. That's not your situation. It's not going to work. You got to do what works for you. All right? I haven't been with a man. I haven't told my family. Okay, well, if you haven't been with a man, why? And you don't have to tell your family. It's not required. True. Do you believe in natural remedies? A lot of sites promise to cure it for the right price. Like, my whole thing is, like, at this point, this virus, you can suppress it. You can so much suppress this virus, and you suppress this virus with eating right. So this is why they say it's a cure. It's really not curing you. You're just learning how to eat. And that's where that's where you quote on here, you hear people say Dr. CB and Sebi, or however you want to say his name. But at the end of the day, or any natural route, I did it. I ate really good. I was on natural products that was alkaline and things like that, to a point where I wasn't having any outbreaks like that at all for years, because I was just taking care of my body. I was selling It Works products at the time. So I was really on my natural crave and things like that. So,